Hey guys, today on Dave's Nano Tanks, I thought we would talk about refugiums in reef tanks. First of all, I guess the word comes from the word refuge, and a refuge is a condition of being safe or sheltered from pursuit, danger, or trouble. What's it really mean to us in the reef tank though? We're providing an area that is safe to grow certain microfaunas, um, certain macroalgae and zooplankton, pods, things like that. We're allowing them to breed, populate in a private area, usually in our sump, and keeping predators away from them. Obviously, macroalgae would be eaten by your herbivores, and your wrasses and most of your fish would decimate a population of pods in the tank rather quickly because there isn't enough places for them to hide and populate. Well, and because we're reefers and we always seem to overthink things, we feel that we need to provide this special kind of substrate and special kind of light to acquire these things or to achieve these things. When the truth is that we were already doing it and we didn't even know it. Places like your Overflow Box, fish don't normally get in there. So you can have microfauna in your Overflow Box, even in your pipes. I've cleaned out pipes and found pineapple sponges and all kinds of things. These are places where these animals can live and breed, and there's nothing we can do about it. Now, don't take it the wrong way. If you do provide the proper environment, you'll be amazed at the wild life forms that you find in here. Remember the saying from the movie, if you build it, they will come? I think that's kind of how it works here. As you see, I don't even know what is swarming right there. If it's in a bunch of copepods, or if I'm actually breeding mysis shrimp in there. But I'm always amazed to look in there. Look at the size of those two amphipods. I mean, and there's brittle stars in there. There's worms in there. It's incredible, and they're all in there for good. They're filtering out the water. They're helping break down food, and as they overpopulate, they get pushed over the walls and up through the pump and into your tank, where they can become food for the inhabitants of your tank. I swear this guy's trying to communicate with me. But yes, your corals are hungry. They need to eat the things that you're growing down there, and they will eat them, believe me. And you'll see benefits from it. So, yes, I'm a true believer in having a refugium. Now, the other side to the refugium coin is you get another tank. Now, whether I do enjoy looking at just the microfauna and the pods and stuff, but this guy in here, having this guy in here is really cool. And to be honest, the tank now becomes a refugium for all my fish because we don't want this guy in the main tank. I don't think he's making it up through the pump. But wait a minute. What if all those things on the glass that were swimming around before are baby mantis shrimp? Well, let's hope not. Now, in the works is a display refugium from my old 55-gallon tank. I'll keep the other one going as well, but this one will provide more water volume to my system, and plus I'll be using a deep sand bed, which will be a whole nother refugium of its own. This will give some sand dwellers a place to hide, as well as an anaerobic area to process nitrates. So we'll see. Now, a few people have asked me about this first chamber in my sump where the water comes from the overflow. And I just want to say it's kind of ironic because those are pineapple sponges living on a piece of sponge filter media. And that's a bunch of spaghetti worms coming out. Now, between the sponge and all the rubble rock below, some would say this is a nitrate factory. And that's fine because I need nitrates to feed my corals and my macroalgae, and I'm not able to test any nitrates. But as long as my macroalgae continues to grow and I need to clean my glass, I'm sure I have nitrates and phosphates at least at available levels to the corals in the tank. So I thought I'd end with a few shots of the tank. Shooting this under 10K T5 lighting, and although I've had some issues with the 2-part, and I changed 2-part, and I took the urchins out of my tank, so the coralline algae is getting out of hand. You know, my alkalinity's been hovering around 7 instead of 8, but I think I still have some great color in there. Although this lighting doesn't have the pop that I like. Look at that two-toned green slimer. That's kind of wild. I think there's no gel filter on this, and it just works very well. I grew that acro from a tiny little nub. So, Refugiums, definitely. I don't think I'll run a tank without one. And I'd also like to give a shout out to Reef Spy. When we met at Ultimate Coral, I had asked him if we could bank some coral with each other. And I gave him a few pieces that I really liked. And he gave me a bunch of digitatas, montes, even a few acros. And I'd also like to point out that this acro was a little $10 frag from the LFS, and it was brown. So always give those brown ones a chance. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.